What is up, guys and girls? This is Quinn from Ninja and Samurai Gaming, bringing you a quick little review into the new Battlefield 4 expansion pack, Second Assault. Now, this is going to be looking at just a couple of quick things, a couple of the new Levolution stuff, some of the new, texture, look, and stuff like that of the new DLC. It's not going to be real quick, and it's not going to be too in-depth. It's just going to be something real quick and real dirty. Just, whether or not you should buy it, because I am a college student, now I'm on a budget, and there's a lot of people in this economy who are on a budget. So I'm going to try to do this real fast, guys, give you a quick little brief interlude of whether or not you should actually get this. I ended up spending $15 because I'm not a premium member, and I'll give you a quick summary of what I think real quick after this quick little tag that I'm about to grab. Let's go look at some of the newer stuff that they've added into these levels that most of you should recognize if you play Battlefield 3. Now, as we go into this next transition, we'll be looking at a lot of the damage that they've added in here at Gulf of Oman to, make the map look that it's been destroyed and stuff like that. This is after the events of Battlefield 3, so I guess DICE was really trying to go for that whole, almost post-apocalyptic look to where this has been destroyed and everything. If you do remember, if you've played Battlefield 3, you veterans out there should remember that this was a real nice sniper haven, and there wasn't really scaffolding over here, and there was a good spot for you to just snipe off this roof. But as you look around, you can see a lot of damage, a lot of tank explosions, stuff like that. Just everything that's been really culminating over all of this. The other big event that happens is the Sandstorm, which turns this map into what used to be a sniper's heaven into more of a close quarters map. Not really as powerful as you would think. I have been in dust storms like this after living in Phoenix, and they usually get a little bit thicker than this, so I think they could have really darkened it up a little bit and made it a little bit harder to see. Moving on, we're going to look at Caspian Border. As you can see, there's a giant wall in the background, and many of you will notice that there is pieces and remnants of the previous war. There's a giant tower that would always collapse at the end of any sort of gameplay that you would have on this map. As we move on to the wall, you can blow out chunks of the wall, which allow you to really open up new lanes for your team to push through if you're playing something like Rush or Conquest. And then the big feature on D, which I don't know if many of you remember, was really clusterfucky. You would get in here and you'd have a lot of people fighting over this, is the ability to have this little bunker underneath and then the tower that you could ride up to the top and snipe off of. I don't know why this tower explodes. In my personal opinion, I don't understand why people would build something wired up to blow up, but as we get to the top of the tower, we will see that this has a really orange, more autumny look than the initial lush green look, so it adds a little bit of aging to it. And then as the tower collapses and it explodes, it has a wonderful explosion and falls down. It'll create this really nice awe-inspiring moment, which, as I was playing through it, really stopped the action on D, which slowed it down and helps us kind of, move into something new here. And as you run down into the tower, it creates a lane that goes right back into the action on the border. And as far as Operation Firestorm, there wasn't a lot. A couple fires in the distance. The rigs have all been blown up and it's been darkened. Not really a lot on a lot of these maps. As far as what I think they could have done, one thing that they did do on Operation Metro is they made it more clusterfucky. So if you guys did not enjoy the amount of clusterfuck there was in the original game, well, here you go, we brought back more of it for you. There's a lot of cool little evolution moments where you can have, shoot out these things that I try to do to my teammate right here that cause a lot of damage. There's a cool little animation that goes along with it that kind of stuns your opponent, so I see that playing into strategically. A lot of light switches and everything. This map was really, really eerie for me to play. I have played a lot of Battlefield 3. I think I logged in something like 200 or 300 hours into that game. I leveled up all the way. And going into this game after seeing all the damage and everything, it was kind of weird. Almost like going to your house that you kind of grew up in as a kid and seeing everything kind of run down and destroyed. Like nobody's lived there for a while. And it was just really, really eerie experience. But as far as how the overall design of this map is, I found it really cool and really interesting, and I really did like it quite a bit. Moving into kind of the areas, they do have some elevators and stuff like that you can move up into. That side lane that you just saw me in. Of course, they always have the staircase down here, which you can always run down and up to, which I find was a really nice strategic place as I was holding D to just kind of pin up and really just kind of own this area. So basically these maps really haven't changed a lot, guys. There is some cool new stuff that they've added in. A lot of stuff I feel like they could have added in, they didn't really add in. I think that the particle effects and the darkening of the storm in Gulf of Oman could have been a lot more severe and made it a lot harsher of an environment. And on Operation Firestorm, there wasn't really a lot of interesting stuff that they added. I felt like it was really kind of boring, honestly. The new guns that they did add in were pretty neat. I do like the F2000. That was a good gun for me whenever I played in Battlefield 3, and moving into Battlefield 4, I feel like it was sorely missed. So I'm kind of happy that they brought that back. As far as whether or not I would purchase this DLC for $15, probably not. I mean, the guns alone, yes, add a lot to it, but they're not really required to be doing good in this game. If you are tired of the vanilla stuff, then yes, I would buy this over China Rising, but personally, I would give this about a 6 out of 10 as far as whether or not it's worth purchasing, guys. So if you're on a budget, save your money, look for the next DLC, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better, guys. As always, this is Quinn from Ninja Samurai Gaming, and I am still moving all of my stuff over from Shikamaru Current. So if you guys are catching this on that channel, please come over to the new one. Just type in Ninja Samurai Gaming into the search bar up top on the YouTube, and come over and subscribe, comment, like. I will be bringing some more Battlefield 4 gameplay with me and my cousin, so keep an eye out for that. We're also going to be doing a Thief review pretty soon here. So anyway, guys, I appreciate your views, and I hope that you found this very helpful. Remember, stay classy.